JB here. Thanks for taking time to stop by the blog here and watch this video about speed reading. It's something that has literally changed my life. I'm able to read a lot of books very fast, and I try to read 3 to 6 books every month. I know that sounds pretty crazy, but that's where I focus, and that includes listening. So I'm trying to read at least a book a week, and a lot of times I'm getting 2 books done a week. And the reason I can do that is because I learned how to speed read. And it really changed the way that I consume information. I think back to one of my mentors, Zig Ziglar. He said he used to read 3 hours every day because it was what he did, his profession. And so I took that on years ago. The only issue I had back in the day is I hated to read. I really didn't enjoy it. So it was really difficult for me to enjoy the reading process until I learned to speed read. So there's a couple things I do. One, I'll give you a real quick tip about audibles. I listen to my audio books at 2 times speed. So if it's a 6-hour audiobook, guess what? It's only 3 hours. And the thing you need to understand is the brain is so capable of understanding so much more than we can even imagine that 2.5 speed is really good. If it's something you really want to digest, you can go down to 1 1/4 or 1 time speed. I'm cool with that. But a lot of times I just go at 2 times speed, and a 4-hour, 6-hour audiobook cuts it in half. So that's just a little lesson that you can use. Physical books, like my book, The Sacred Six, you know, there's a lot of techniques into reading, speed reading a book. And one of the techniques is to outline it, to go through and just understand what's going on through the outline of the book. Read the table of contents, and then read the first paragraph, the last paragraph of every chapter, and then you speed read the book using these tips I'm going to give you in a minute. That's a great way to do it, and you can read a hardback book really quick that way, a traditional book that way. Now, what I'm really specifically talking about today, and I'm actually this is kind of a review, is using a Kindle to speed read, or this is the new Oasis, and I'm going to show you both of these. This is the new Oasis Kindle, which I really like, and I'm going to tell you in a minute. How do we speed read on e-readers? Well, you know, with traditional speed reading, you use a pacer, a lot of people. I don't use a pacer anymore, but you can use a pace finger. The main thing that I want you to start practicing as we get into these devices here, one second, let me get out of that, is to not say the words, not verbalize the words. So when you're reading a section, you're just using your eyes to go through it. That's the key to speed reading, okay? So what I want you to do is, you know, we learned see Dick run. Dick runs fast. See Jane run. Jane runs fast. See Spot. And we verbalize those words. You were taught wrong. That is going to slow you down, and your brain gets bored. And that's why you forget sometimes where you're at in a book, and you don't know where you know, the last chapter, and you got to reread it again. It's because your brain is moving way too fast, and it can handle much more information than you're giving it. So what we've got to do is we've got to just verbalize the words. Now, with the original Kindle Paperwhite, which I like, this is it. You can kind of see it here. It fits in your hand. It's pretty cool. The only issue I have is for me, as fast as I read, I have to push this button to turn, or push the screen to turn the page. It's a little thing, but when you're reading the volume of books that I'm reading, it slows me down. So this is a $100, $120 Paperwhite on Kindle. I am not paid or have an affiliate link or anything. It's just what I use to read. So this is nice. It can go with me everywhere. But I got to tell you, I really love the Oasis. This is the new one. And you can tell just the size profile. The screen is about the same size. It just doesn't have the bulk. And the other cool thing about it is when you take it off the case is a charger. Okay, so this lasts I think about a month. That's what they say at least. But you plug it in, and that gives you an extra battery. But this thing is tiny. I don't know if you see that good, but it's so thin and so tiny you can hold it in one hand. Now, the really killer app for me with this is the ability to flip it around if I want to read with my left hand, have it like this, and be able to turn the pages with the 2 little buttons on the side. So for speed reading, I just look at it, flip the page. Look at it, flip the page. Look at it, flip the page. And I don't even read the words anymore because my brain can comprehend the page because I've done this for years. Believe me, I wasn't like this when I started, but I can do it now. If I need to pace, I'll pace with my hand a little bit like this. So I'll pace a little bit like this with my hand, okay? And that'll allow me to go a little bit faster. And then I just click the buttons to turn the page. This is an amazing, amazing tool, okay? It really is awesome. And it's just I think that, it's a $300 and some investment, or 280, I'm not sure. You can go to Amazon and see. But I really think this is a magical device for speed reading. So the key is to be able to read quick on these devices is to be able to first understand the basics of speed reading, which is do not verbalize the words. That's the most important thing. If you're having issues with that, I want you to read every third word. Okay, so just read every third word. Once you start getting faster and faster, you won't even need to paste the words anymore. You'll just be able to go. If you need a pacer, you can use your finger. And the key thing is, if you're using a Paperwhite, tap the screen. You got your finger there anyways. And with this one, you can just press the buttons. You need to practice. This is a skill, so don't think this is a talent, okay? This is a skill, meaning that you can learn to do this. So it's an awesome thing. So all you have to do is put the time in and start practicing. And with these devices, it's awesome. I mean, I take this thing with me everywhere. Some people ask me why I don't read with the iPad. I do not like, I have an iPad Pro up here. Let me show you. This is the iPad Pro. I do not like the white screen. I like magazines on iPad Pro. I do not like to read. It just, I don't know, it's something with my eyes. I wear glasses normally. These are my glasses. And I tell you what, with these glasses on, this looks great. But even without these glasses, I can read this. So that's really powerful to me because I think it's the lighting or the way the paper is. They've done a really good job with this. So my thing is, here, you can speed read. Just practice. Just practice, practice, practice. Get yourself a device. Load it up with amazing books. I'd love you to read my book, The Sacred Six, okay? And then start getting your speed reading faster and faster and faster. These devices are magical now to carry around with us everywhere. And it makes the ability to learn so much easier because we take these wonderful books with us that we cherish everywhere. One quick note, I will tell you, for years I just read nonfiction. I didn't think I could afford to read fiction. But what it did is it slowed my reading speed down. So make sure you have some great fiction on here too, because it'll increase your reading speed and make you a better reader. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, please go over to Glossinger.com. If you're on Glossinger.com, great to see you. I put a bunch of tips below, okay, so there's more. I would love to hear your comments, thoughts, ideas on speed reading. Maybe you have some tips you can share with me. And by the way, if you look on the left side here at Glossinger, there's some things I do. I do a Motivational Mondays newsletter every Monday. I'd love to get you involved in that. And you'll see some of the other things, the giveaways I do and things by signing up for that. So it's cool. So you can subscribe to this YouTube channel too by pushing subscribe. And you know the normal drill. Share this with people that you know would need this on Facebook or Twitter and help us get this word out to make the world a better place. Because that's what I'm about, putting great energy out there every day and helping you. So hopefully you'll take these tips and become a better reader. And I would love to hear below about what you're taking action in and how fast you read or what issues you have with reading speed. All right, so go have another great week, and I will be back with more here on Glossinger.com.